Namaste, beautiful souls. Today's class is going to be super fast because I know it's holiday season and we have plenty of other things that we should be doing or we want to be doing, not spending time on our yoga mat. So we'll make it quick, we'll make it thorough, we'll make it fun so that you can get on with your day. But if you wouldn't mind doing me a favor, since it is holiday season after all, pause the video and subscribe. It would mean the world to me if you would do that. And if you like this video, make sure that you hit the thumbs up as well, and then share with any other person who you think might want a little bit of yoga cheer during the holiday season. So without further ado, let's get started in Sukhasana, easy seated pose. You can have whichever leg you want in front. Roll the shoulders back and down, palms face down or face up on the knees, yogi's choice. Close the eyes, chin parallel to the mat, and we'll just take this moment here to drop in. Allow the day thus far to melt away. Allow your attention to hone in on this present moment. Notice the sounds around you. Scan your attention through the body. See where and what you feel. Take a deep breath in through the nose and out through the nose. Slowing it down, deep breath in, lifting through the crown of the head as your spine lengthens. And exhale slowly through the nose, grounding down through your sits bones. Another round of breath here. Noticing as your heart lifts on the inhale and your seat grows a little heavier on the exhale. And then inhale, arch through the back, heart lifts moving forward, look up. And exhale, round through the back body, chin to chest. Inhale, arch forward, shoulders squeeze down the spine. Exhale, round, press the shoulders towards the back of the room. Inhale, open, seated cat-cow. And exhale, round. Come back to center. Take the right hand to the left knee, left arm reaches around and back. Look over the left shoulder, easy twist. Just starting out the class, we don't have to go too deep. And back to center, left hand on the right knee, right arm reaches back and around. Look over the right shoulder. Come back to center. Take the shoulders forward, up and back. A few times. Noticing the sensation across the heart space, the collarbones. And then the other way, back up and forward. Couple times. And then take the left hand to the mat, right arm reaches up and over. Squeeze the left elbow in towards the body. Lead with the right pinky, ground down through the right sits bone. Open across the right rib cage. Imagine an accordion lengthening, opening. And then switch sides, right hand to the mat, right elbow in towards the body, left hand up and over, palm towards the ground, pinky leading to keep the shoulder away from the ears, and then press down through that left hip. You can look up. And come back to center. Bring your hands to the front of the mat, come onto your knees. And from here, you come up onto your knees. Make sure that your knees are hip distance apart. Engage the core. And by hip distance, I mean anatomical hip distance. So where your legs are directly straight up and down coming out of your hip socket. Not splayed wide as your hips, as some people have wider hips than others. So come onto the toes and the knees. Engage the core and then lean the body back, staying in one straight line, engaging the core and the quads. And then come back up. This is pretty hard to do, so make sure that your core is super tight. You can poke it and see. Lean back. One straight line, core engaged. And come back up. One more time. Shoulders back and down. Lean back as far as you can go, keeping a long straight line. And this time reach forward with the left hand and the right hand while you stay leaning back. So you're reaching forward, your core super tight. Lean back and reach forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Come back up. Plant the palms and press the hips back up. Downward facing dog. Spread the fingers wide. Press into the base of each finger. Roll the shoulders away from the ears. Pedal through the feet. Lift the hips as high as you can towards the back diagonal of the room. And shake your head yes and no. Releasing all tension in the neck. Release the tension in the forehead. Get rid of those worry lines between the eyebrows. Let the corners of your lips lift. And then hop, step, or jump to the front of the mat. Inhale, half lift, flat back, crown of head long. Exhale, forward fold. Bend through the left knee, left hand to the mat. Inhale, right arm up, twist. And reach up and overhead. And release, bend the right knee, left arm up, twist. And reach overhead, long line of energy. And release. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Let the crown of the head be heavy. And then inhale, flat back, swoop the arms down, around, and up. And exhale, hands to prayer. Inhale, reach. Take the right hand to the left wrist, press down through the left foot, and reach up and over to the right, side bend. Open through the left side body, you can look up. And back to center, switching sides, left hand, right wrist. Reach up and over to the left, press down through the right foot. Back to center, reach, grow taller, take a moment here. Engage the core, lengthen the tailbone, relax the shoulders. Imagine that you have a big beach ball of energy between the hands. Squeeze the beach ball, squeeze the hands energetically together. Take 3 deep breaths here. Make sure the shoulders are relaxed, they're not creeping up by the ears, and the arms are engaged. You might even start to notice some trembling. And inhale here, and exhale, flat back, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, step it back, plank. Press the heels away from you, core engaged. Let the heart space come in between the biceps. Lengthen the tailbone. Pull the hips up towards your face. Spread the fingers wide. And chaturanga, upward facing dog. Press through the tops of the feet, knees are off of the mat. Second chaturanga to downward facing dog. Inhale the right leg up. Open the hip. Lift the foot towards the sky. Find a lot of space. Sometimes when we have family over, you lose some space. So make sure you take up this space for yourself today. And then you can bend the knee, press the palm of the foot. Press the palm of the foot, the sole of the foot towards the back of the room. And then square the hips, heel to the sky, and exhale, step it through. Inhale, high lunge. Left heel presses away from you. Make sure you're on the ball of the foot. Bend the right leg a little deeper than you want to. Engage the core, shoulders away from the ears, and imagine you have that big beach ball above your head again. So you're squeezing the hands towards one another while resisting. So there's that tension, that trembling maybe. Inhale, deep breath. And exhale, plant the palms, step it back, plank. And from here, hop the feet forward towards just behind the hands and back 10 times plank jumps. 1, 2, 3, 4, core tight, 5, hips high, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, plank, chaturanga, upward facing dog, second chaturanga, to downward facing dog. So we're going to make sure we get some cardio in today. Work off the food we've maybe been eating, or preemptively work off the food we will eat later. Inhale, left leg up, open the hip, reach for the sky with the toes. Take up space. And then bend the knee, kick the foot towards the back wall. Do your best to square the shoulders. And then square the hips, heel to the sky. And exhale, step it through. Inhale, high lunge. Scoot the right foot a little bit farther away from you. Bend a little deeper in the right knee. Engage the core. Notice if that changes the stretch across the front of the hip flexor. Squeeze the hands energetically towards one another. Focus on your Ujjayi breath, ocean sounding breath. So constricting the throat on the inhale and on the exhale so that you may hear the breath as it enters and exits the body. Imagine that you're listening to a conch shell where you can hear the ocean when you put it to your ear. And inhale, grow longer, Ujjayi breath. Exhale, plant the palms, step it back, plank. 10 more plank jumps, core tight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, plank. Chaturanga, upward facing dog. Second chaturanga, downward facing dog. Inhale the right leg up, open the hip, reach, take up space. Point the toes, or Barbie point the toes. And bend the knee, kick the wall behind you, the imaginary wall behind you. And then square the hips, step it through, high lunge. And from here, bend the left knee and hop the left foot halfway in and then back. So keeping the right knee deeply bent, halfway in and back 10 times. Core tight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Step it back. Lean the torso over the front leg, hands to prayer. One long straight line of energy, and then bend the right knee a little more and come back up, pressing through the right heel. Bend. You can bend the left knee too. Come back up 10 times. 1, 2, most of your weight's in the right leg. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Excellent. High lunge. And plant the palms. Step it back, plank. 3 chaturanga push-ups. So squeeze the elbows in towards the body. Launch forward. Push up. 1, 2, 3. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Second chaturanga to downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg up. Open the hip. Reach the toes towards the sky. Square the shoulders best you can. Let the head be heavy. Bend the knee. Kick the imaginary wall behind you. Ujjayi breath. And square the hips. Step it through, high lunge. Keeping your hands above your head, step the back foot in halfway. Most of the weight's in the left leg. And back 10 times. 1, 2, 3. Core tight. That's how you're going to stay upright. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Step it back. Hands to prayer. Lean over the left leg. Core engaged. And bend the left leg a little more. Maybe the right knee too. And come back up 10 times. Weight in the left leg. Weight in the left heel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Come back up. High lunge. Plant the palms. Plank. And 3 chaturanga push-ups. Keep that core super tight. Long, flat line of energy, so we don't want to sag the hips, and we don't want the booty to be too high either. So try to keep everything long and tight. 1, 2, 3, and chaturanga to upward facing dog. Second chaturanga to downward facing dog. Come back to the Ujjayi breath. Slow it down. Inhale through the nose and out through the nose. Shoulders away from the ears. Three more breaths here in down dog. Let the corners of your lips lift into a smile. Press the hips away from you. Press into the base of each finger. Energetically roll the triceps in towards the body. Biceps away. And then inhale, rock forward to plank. Make sure you give me a good plank. And from here, we'll hop both feet to the right hand. Hop it back. Both feet to left hand. Hop it back. Feet behind the hands. Come up into a squat and squat jump. Plant the palms, hop back to plank. And we'll do 10 of these combos. So hop to the right hand, hop to the left hand, hop to the front, squat jump, and hop back to plank. That's 1. Are you ready? Right, left, center, up. 1. Right, left, center, up. 2. Give me a good squat jump. 1, 3. Right, core tight, left, center. 4. Go as fast as you can. Get the cardio element going. 5. 6. Jump as high as you can. 7. Press through the heels. 8. 2 more. 9. 10. 10. And come to the front of the mat. Feet mat distance apart. Toes facing out. Sink the hips back. Yogic squat. Hands to prayer. Hips heavy. Crown of head tall. And come back to the breath. And plant the palms. Lift the hips high. Forward fold. Inhale, half lift. And exhale, step it back. Plank, chaturanga, upward facing dog. Second chaturanga to downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg up. Open the hip, bend the knee. And then step it through, drop the left heel down. Windmill the arms up, warrior two. Sink a little deeper than you want to. Try to get that front leg parallel to the mat. Shoulders relaxed, arms energetic. Press into the outside of the back foot, the outside line, outer edge. Flip the right palm over, inhale, reverse the warrior. And then straighten through the right leg, find a lot of length. Use your core strength, come back up. Hinge at the hip, reach as far forward as you can. And then drop the palm, triangle pose. Lengthen your tailbone towards the back of the mat. Open through the left hip. Reach energetically with the left hand. And then bend both hands to the inside of the right foot. Lift the left heel. Inch the right foot out. And then drop the left knee to the mat, lizard pose. Quick stretch. And then step it back, plank, chaturanga, upward facing dog. Second chaturanga to downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg up, open the hip, bend the knee. Enjoy the stretch. And then step it through, drop the right heel down, windmill the arms up, warrior two. Bend deeper in the left leg. Get that thigh parallel, knee over left ankle, press to the outer edge of the right foot. Hands in line with the shoulders. Turn the left hand palm to sky. Inhale, rainbow paint the ceiling. Reverse warrior. And straighten through the left leg, reach, find length, and then use the core, come back up, hinge at the hips, reach as far forward as you can, and then drop the hand, reach the left hand to the sky, open across the right rib cage, right side body, right hip. Trikonasana. And then bring both hands to the inside of the left foot. Right heel lifts. Drop the right knee, lizard pose. And then step it back, plank, hold. Give me your best plank all day. Core tight, heart in between the biceps. Press the heels away from you. Lengthen the tailbone towards the heels. Look a few inches in front of you. For 3, 2, 1. Bring the belly to the mat. Inhale, squeeze the elbows in towards the body, cobra. Press through the tops of the feet. Press through the hip points. And exhale, press the hips back, child's pose. Inhale, walk your hands forward, come into tabletop. Wrists underneath shoulders, knees underneath the hips. Inhale the right arm forward, left arm back. And you can stay here. Make sure that your core is super tight. You can poke it, make sure it's engaged. Or you can bend the left knee, reach back around you with the right hand, and open through the shoulder. Kick the foot away from you. Squeeze the hand in towards you. And release. Back to center. Right foot out. Left arm reaches. Plug the left shoulder into the socket. Core super tight. Stay here. Or bend the right knee. Reach around with the left hand. And grab the ankle. Kick the foot away from you. Dynamic resistance. And release. Excellent. Walk the hands as far away from you as you can on the mat. Press your hips back and bring your forehead to the mat. Extended puppy. Back stretch. And walking it back in. Take the right foot forward and set yourself up for pigeon. So square the hips, shimmy the left leg back, or left hip forward, sorry, right hip back. Press through the top of the left foot, look back and make sure it's straight. Inhale, lift the hips, lift the heart. And exhale, walk your hands forward if that's comfortable. Making sure to continue to press the left hip down to square the hips. Keep your rib cage lifted, don't collapse, and allow the breath to grow long and steady once again. If you notice your mind start to wander, just acknowledge the thoughts that are passing and try to come back to the breath, to this moment. Focusing on filling the rib cage with breath on the inhale and allowing the hip to sink even heavier on the exhale. 5 more breaths here. And inhale, walk your hands back in towards your body. You can bring the right heel a little bit closer to your body as well. Bend the left knee and reach around with the left hand to grab the left foot. Quadricep stretch. And release. Plant the palms. Flip back up into 3-legged dog. A couple leg circles with the right knee, right ankle. And then bring the knees to the mat. Bring the left leg forward this time. Pigeon on the left. Left hip back, right hip forward, square the hips. Press down through the top of the right foot. Inhale, lift, find a lot of length. And then keeping that length, walk the hands forward onto the forearms if that's comfortable for you. And the focus here is release. So breathe your energy, your attention into the hip joint, into the place where you feel sensation. And allow your body to release the tension there. Give yourself permission to release the tension, to let go. To let go of whatever is holding you rigid. Focus on inhaling deeply and completely through the nose. Perhaps finding more length along the spine as you inhale, and as you exhale, allow the body to be just a little heavier. 5 breaths here. And then walk your hands back in towards the body. Bend the right knee. You can bring the left heel a little bit closer to the groin, and then reach around and grab the right foot with the right hand or the right elbow. Keep the hips square so you're pressing into the top of the quadricep and the hip flexor, and it should feel really good. If you don't do this very often, it might feel a little bit intense. Breathe through it as long as there's no pain. If there is pain, you can release, keep the leg a little bit farther away from you. Just stay in a place where it feels like a good stretch. And release. Play at the palms, come back into three-legged dog and a couple leg circles. Bring the knees back to the mat. And this time you can come to sit in between the heels, knees emanating directly from the hip points. And if this is enough for you, feel free to stay here if you're already feeling a nice stretch along the quads. If not, you can walk your hands behind you onto your forearms, lengthen the tailbone towards the heels, not heels in this situation, the knees in this situation. And make sure, again, there's no pain. There should be no discomfort in the knees. And if you want to go a little bit deeper, you of course can, by bringing the back of your head onto the mat. Reclined hero's pose. And if you're on your back, you can inch back up onto your elbows and then come all the way back up into a seat. Swoop the feet around to come and sit on your bum. And roll all the way back down onto your back. Bring the knees into the chest, feet into the hands, happy baby. Palms of the feet, soles of the feet to the sky, knees in towards the rib cage. Lengthen the tailbone towards the end of the mat. You can straighten one leg and the other, or both. See how that feels to you today. And then bring the soles of the feet together, press the knees away from you, and then allow the feet to come to the mat. Reclined butterfly pose. Shimmy the shoulders up underneath the heart space, palms to the sky. Take a few moments here, either in reclined butterfly pose or in Shavasana, or in Shavasana. Releasing any conscious breath and just allowing your body and your mind to reap the benefits of the practice. Feel free to stay here for as long as you'd like. You can stay here for as long as you're able to, but for the purpose of keeping the practice short, feel free to move out of this pose with me by beginning to rub your fingers together, beginning to come back into the body. If you are in reclined pigeon, lengthen the feet towards the end of the mat and shake the feet, shake the legs. Waken up the legs. And then soles of the feet in towards the bum and roll onto your right side, using your left hand to press you back up to Sukhasana. Keep your eyes closed, palms on the knees, chin gently dipped. Take a deep, deep, deep inhale here, the biggest one you've taken all day. And exhale through the nose slowly. Another long, full inhale. And a slow, complete exhale through the nose. And then inhale, swoop the arms up to the sky. And then glide the hands through prayer to third eye center, to the heart. And bow the head. And you can gently begin to flutter your eyes open here. Thank you so very much for joining me in your practice today. Happy holidays if you're celebrating. If this is at a completely different time for you, I just hope that you enjoyed this practice and you're enjoying your day. I'll see you next week. From my heart to yours. Namaste.